So I played with the Amazon Nova Act today. My exploration is still not complete. But whatever I did today, before I go to sleep today, I wanted to share through this recording. So, Amazon Nova Act, this is kind of a agent for computer use, right? Um, I think in March 31st, very recently, it was introduced by Amazon. So this is the announcement. Today we are excited to introduce Amazon Nova Act, a new AI model trained to perform actions within a web browser. We are releasing a research preview of the Amazon Nova Act SDK available via nova.amazon.com, which will allow developers to experiment with an early version of the new model. Using this SDK, developers can build agents that can complete tasks in a web browser. For example, submit an out of office request in internal system, put a calendar hold to show you will be out of office, and put up away from office email. Right? It's like the agent is going to take action on your behalf within a web browser, right? And so if you go to nova.amazon.com, right, this is how it will look like. This is the act part, right? Nova Act. When you click on it, initially it will ask you to sign up, and after an hour, you'll get the API key. So I got my API key, right? With that, I wrote a Python program, and to test it out how it does the browsing, right? And this is the package of Nova Act. I have not gone through the code yet for the Nova Act, but the Python SDK, this repo has some examples of how to use it, right? And it gives some, it tells that it is still experimental, it is still in review. So the README section of this report says that Novact may make mistakes. You are responsible for monitoring Novact and using it in accordance with our acceptable usage policy. Do not share your API key. We recommend that you do not provide sensitive information to Novact, such as account password. If you are using our browsing environment defaults to identify our agent, look for Novact in the user agent, right? And then it gives some prerequisites, how to build the package, some of the, so you'll need the Novact API key, which I showed you. Left, go to nova.amazon.com, and then when you sign up, you'll get the API key in an hour. And these are some of the examples, right? So this is the package Nova Act. So you start with the context manager of Nova Act. Give your starting package, right, or the starting page, the page that you want to browse, and then you give your instructions of what you want to do. And you need to be very specific of what you'd like to do. Now, let's show you an example. I was not very specific, so what it did, I'll give that example to you. Then there are, does not support IPython. The other thing that I wanted to show you, so here are some do's and don'ts of how you should interact with it. Be prescriptive and succinct in what the agent should do, right? That's what I was telling, right? Be very specific, right? So, for example, here I said nova.act from my order history, find my most recent order from India Palace and reorder it. Don't do this. Do this. Click the hamburger menu icon, go to the order history, find my most recent order. So I would say that if I have to give so much of instructions, I myself can go and undo it. So it needs to mature, right? Because if I already know that the web browser has hamburger menu item, go to order history, it's as good as I go and then click out it, right? But I think over a period of time, this probably will mature, right? And some of the examples are given here. Thing that I wanted to show is the output, right? So when you do that nova.act, it returns you a act result. This is what returns you, and within the act results, there is a act metadata, right? And the act metadata has this fields. Your final response will be here. Parts response, right, will be here. If there any schema matching, right? This to valid JSON and matches schema, I still need to test it out. This will tell you how many numbers of steps it executed, because when you ask it to browse the website, it will scroll, and then it takes picture snapshot, tries to understand whatever you asked is there or not. It scrolls this page, and then gives you the answer. And the prompt that you give, it stores it here, right? So now let me go to the program that I created. So this is, I'll not run it again because I already ran it. I'll just show what output it gave, right? So this is Langsmith documentation page, the pricing page, and I said, how does billing work for Langsmith, right? And what it did is, so it is thinking. It's more a uh, it looked to me like a Nova Act is actually trained to think and act. So it says, I'm on the Langsmith website and I say fact section. I should complete my task by navigating to how does billing work section in FAQ. I can see a fact section in the right side menu, which is what I need, but it is not expanded like I need, as I do not see the options under it. I should click the how does billing work option to expand it, right? That is what's his first thought. So it's like a React type of framework, right? And then it says this page now shows that the how billing works section is expanded, which means my prior action of clicking it to expand it was successful. Then it says the page now shows more details, which means my prior action of scrolling down the page was successful. I can see details for the how does billing work. Then it says the page now shows more details, which means my prior action of scrolling down the page was successful. And I can see all the details for how billing works, which is what I need. My task is to navigate to the how does billing work section in the FAQ for Langsmith has been completed successfully. My task is complete and no return information was asked of me. I should empty return. This is what I was telling, that you need to be very specific. I was expecting, like, when I asked this question, how does billing work for Langsmith, it will actually read the page and then give me the answer, right? Here, what it did, it just uh, went to that page, navigated it, and says, "Oh, you didn't ask me to share anything, so I'll just uh, I have navigated. That's my action complete. I'll return out of it, right?" So whatever it does, it also captures those actions in your laptop. So this is a location where it copied it. So if I go and browse it, uh, if I, let's say if I copy paste it here, oops, not this one, like I need to copy this location. And if I copy it here, so this is what it uh, captured. It's like, I remember during the mainframe days, we used to use Roomba for creating macros, right? Whatever we used to go through the macro used to record it so that I can replay it, right? It looks similar. It took whatever is it's doing. It took screenshots of those and showing me what it has done, right? This is very useful because later I can go and see um, how it actually arrived at whatever it's telling me, right? And that's what it did. So I wanted to actually try out now to give it a specific instruction. I'll say, how does billing work for Langsmith? And then I'll say, please get, or let me do this. Please browse this page and return me the information information on how billing works for Langsmith, right? So let me run it. Right. So now it will actually open up this docs.langsmith.com pricing fact. You'll see it will scroll. It is slow, so be patient. You'll see after some times. In fact, you can go back and see what it is doing, right? It is saying, okay, I am on the Langsmith website. I see a fact section. I should complete my task by browsing this page. Yeah, now it is scrolling down. So long time back, I remember I actually created a custom solution like this using Selenium, uh, where, oops, yep, I think this time it did it, right? So let's see what it did. Right, I see a fact section. I should complete my task by browsing this page and return the information on how billing works. I can see the page has not changed or updated, so my previous section was incorrect. I can see a how does billing work button visible on the page. I need to return the information on how billing works. I should click on the how does billing work button in order to find the information on how billing works for Langsmith. I am now on the how does billing work page. So my previous section was successful. I can see the information on how billing works for Langsmith. It's visible on the page. I should return the information on the billing works for Langsmith. So then it returns sits are billed monthly on the 1st of March. So it is reading that page and giving me the return. So finally, this is the response I was looking for, right? Sits are billed monthly on the 1st of the month. Additional sits purchased, right? So this is the information that is there in the Langsmith page as well. So it returned me. So I had to give it very precise instruction of what it should do. It's and that's how language models also work, right? So as human, we can fill in the information, but language models, you need to give the precise context. So this is the last thing that I wanted to explore tonight. Uh, I'll continue my exploration tomorrow and share more on Novact. Thank you.